This is an overview of Futato chapter 17. And like chapter 16, this chapter is not going to be terribly involved, hence I grouped them in this unit. This chapter is about demonstrative pronouns and relative pronouns. Now, demonstrative pronouns, in English grammar, we like to say there's a near and a far demonstrative. Demonstrative pronouns are pronouns that cover words like this and these, and then that and those. So if I'm talking about a boy, the near demonstrative would be this boy, as though there's a boy right here with me, this boy, and the plural would be these boys, again implying nearness, proximity. More remote would be that boy over there, that boy, or those boys, again implying distance. So there's a near and a far demonstrative. These are very easy in Hebrew. I have a separate video that will help you memorize these, but there's not much to them. The this and these, the masculine singular form is ze, and feminine is zot. I would treat these just like vocabulary, put them on vocab cards or whatever. And then plural is elah. And for the far demonstrative, that and those, you notice these should be familiar. Masculine singular is who, feminine singular is he, plural masculine plural is haim, feminine plural is heina. These are exactly the same forms as the personal pronouns. For masculine singular, the individual pronouns, the independent personal pronouns. Remember, who is he and he is she? These are the same forms, it's just that they can do double duty as demonstratives. Okay, they're also demonstrative pronouns, or just think of it that way anyway. Use of the demonstratives, this you want to pay attention to. Again, the above you won't have much trouble memorizing because there isn't much of it. This section 17.4 you really need to pay attention to because, and it's a good review, it's nothing new, but demonstratives function sort of like adjectives, and so there's an attributive use and a predicative use. So the attributive, again remember, must agree in gender, number, and definiteness with the noun that it goes with, and of course the predicate will not have the definite article, won't have that element of definiteness. So read through carefully 17.4. It'll be mostly review that you already know with adjectives, but just so that you know that demonstrative pronouns work like adjectives. Relative pronoun, there's only one word here, asher. This is the word that gets translated who, which, that, whom, and even where, if the context dictates. It's only one word. Treat it like vocab, but realize it can have a number of these translations. Now there are other relative pronouns in Hebrew. There's a short one that's just she, but that's pretty rare. So for the most part, this is pretty much what you're going to have to know with relative pronouns. Read through 17.7 about the use. It doesn't matter about agreement with gender, number, or definiteness. You just have to, by context, determine which is the best translation, who, which, that, where, those sorts of things. So read through 17.7, 17.8, 17.9. Again, pretty self-explanatory. And then the last thing in the chapter that's new is the directive he. This is a he ending added to certain words that indicates direction. Okay, so you have eretz, and then a he added to it would be artsah. But again, don't worry about the vocalization. Just know your vocabulary and then know you have a he at the ending, and that means to the land. It denotes a direction. Usually these are associated with verbs of motion. That's logical. So-and-so came, artsah, to the land. So the writer, instead of using a preposition like el eretz, to land, or to a land, or el haaretz, to the land, he'll just put a directional he at the end of the noun. That's what this does. Now, you'll be able to distinguish this from a noun with a third feminine singular suffix. How? Well, if you've already been through chapter 16 or watched the overview, you'll know. Third feminine singular suffix is going to have a dot in the he, that mapik. So you'll be able to tell the directional he apart from the hey suffix that gets attached to nouns. And also, of course, you'll know that this isn't a third feminine singular verb form because you know your vocabulary. You know that eretz is not a verb. So again, even though we have the same letter, they can be clearly distinguished from each other. So that's your vocabulary. Again, read through the notes on vocabulary, and that's it for the chapter. Again, this is a pretty simple chapter. Not a whole lot in here, but demonstratives occur a lot. So it's still an important chapter, even though it's brief and there isn't a huge amount of content in it.